This art is responsible for helping to shape communities and bring them together, and to improve the lives of young people. And what these young people provide is this much greater sense of hope for all of us. A hope that the city can be better and do better. Through Play on Philly, we engage 110 kids every day after school, ages 6 through 13. And they choose a standard orchestral instrument. And they receive a group lesson every day, a supportive general music class, and ensemble experience. Playing in orchestras, string orchestras, wind ensembles, choirs, percussion groups. And they present over 25 concerts a year in venues all across Philadelphia and throughout the Philadelphia region.
The fact that they're exposed to music every day, 5 days a week for a couple of hours, that makes their growth exponential. As teachers, we can really dive in and really teach them a lot of stuff, and we have the resource and the time to do that, which is amazing for a teacher.
I think the skills you learn when you're studying music are very transferable to pretty much everything else in your life. Learning to focus, and to really learn how to practice, how to acquire a skill, how to pretty much just put all your time and energy into something so that you get better at it. And some people never really learn how to do that.
We watch our kids grow in so many ways, musically and non-musically. The most important traits that we see our kids developing is the ability to focus, the ability to delay gratification as they pick up a new piece of music and they can't play it. And to watch them go through the process of, oh, I can't do this, to, okay, let me go back to the steps that we learned. Let me break down, how long do you hold the note? What note is it? Where do you put your fingers? How does your ear tell you that you're hearing this note? So that ability to focus and to persevere through something. As our kids go through this process, we've seen that it has directly correlated to what they're doing in the classroom. In comparison, the school also has an after-school tutoring program. And at the end of the year, we took the average change of grades from the year before and the current year, and we averaged what the kids were doing in reading, math, and science. When we compared those grades to the grades of the kids in the music program, there's no comparison. On average, there was about a 9-point difference. So we also looked at the grades of the kids in the sports programs and the other extracurricular programs. And still, when we combine the academic tutoring, the sports, and the extracurricular programs, their average change of grades still weren't greater than the kids in the music program.
They have changed because they're contributing to something and they're important. And this has made a drastic impact on their family lives, we've heard, their school lives. It's matured them as people and human beings and students and family members.
The most important factor is just the stress on social innovation, of the kids having an end goal of simply becoming better people, responsible citizens.
I feel like we are setting a mission and we're accomplishing it, which is actually beautiful. A lot of places say that they do things or have the intention of doing things, then it's really frustrating because it's kind of like what's written on paper. But this is a very unique situation.
What I think is happening at POP is extraordinary because there's mission involved. It's not just doing music for the sake of doing music. It is with the idea that these kids are going to contribute to their community, to each other's lives, and to Philadelphia as a city, and to the world around them through learning how to play an instrument. And that's what I think the difference is.
Play on Philly is all about providing the impact in these kids' lives that they need to be successful later on.
I would have never thought years ago that an orchestra could be responsible for the type of pride that we see in our kids and their parents and in the people that come and hear them.